Good Tuesday evening, Southeast Texas. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to take the next 15 minutes and dive into the forecast in detail. This morning, we had clouds stick around all night. No freezing low temperatures as expected. And as you can see, beautiful afternoon, but only into the low 50s here in the Triangle as cold air masses over our area. Right now, we've got clear skies, mostly clear skies, downtown Beaumont at Packer-LaPrade. Currently 47 degrees on the Roofing 911 Sky Camp Network. In your allergy report, some good news, everything clean and green as far as the allergens across Southeast Texas. And weather headlines. Okay, tonight's going to be a cold night. If clouds develop and move into the area, then it won't be as cold as what we expect or what we're forecasting. A little bit of uncertainty whether or not that's going to happen, because I've got some models that show clouds trying to move in prior to daybreak, and if a blanket of cloud cover moves over the area, then we're going to be warmer than what we're forecasting. I've chose to go kind of in between, partly cloudy because of the uncertainty, kind of blended everything, and their temperatures you'll see in just a second. Otherwise, with a gray day on Wednesday, a gray dry day on Wednesday, it looks like we will see only highs into the 50s. We had sun today, and we're only able to get into the 50s this afternoon. So with clouds tomorrow, I don't think we're getting out of the 50s. So the rains will arrive coming up Wednesday night. And we don't expect flooding. We don't expect severe weather, but it's going to be impactful weather. That means that your outdoor plans are going to be impacted, and you could see some messy commutes coming up Thursday morning, maybe into Friday morning across Southeast, I should say Thursday and Friday mornings across Southeast Texas. So the window is basically from late Wednesday night through at least Friday. Again, can't emphasize this enough. We don't expect severe weather. We expect 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. It's kind of hard to play ball out in that kind of weather on Thursday afternoon and Friday. That's why we're issuing a weather impact alert. But beautiful weather returns, beautiful warmer weather returns as we head towards Sunday afternoon. So kind of taking the in-between approach here because I'm unsure whether we're going to get clouds trying to blanket the area. Some modeling has the lakes area down into the upper 20s to around 30 degrees up in the lakes area. And in the Triangle, I like mid to upper 30s to near 40. So that's the one caveat. If those clouds move in, we're going to reassess at 10 tonight. So please join us then, see if we need to move those numbers up or down. So tomorrow, I'll go with the high of 58 here in the Triangle, with skies becoming cloudy to mostly cloudy and an east to southeast wind. So we're close on lows, but we vastly disagree by some 7 degrees. I'm 7 degrees colder than what modeling shows coming up tomorrow. See who wins. Lakes area, we're going to go with skies becoming mostly cloudy. No rain still. I think that'll come in after 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Highs only in the lower 50s. Let's see what modeling shows. Yeah, 58 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Don't think that's going to happen, so we'll see who wins that one. Otherwise, we have a dry air mass. The browns way down the scale. The numbers are low. This means the air is fairly dry over our area. Look what happens as we head towards tomorrow afternoon late. Look at how those numbers increase. We get greens in, so we start getting moisture back into the area. Once you get moisture back into the atmosphere, you can produce clouds and produce rain. So here's what high-res modeling shows. Fast forward into 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Maybe a sprinkle by 7 p.m., but it's going to be really probably late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. This is going to impact, if this timing is correct, look at your time, almost around 5 a.m. Some of you take off at 5 a.m. There's the clock. You see the clock right there? This is a model. This is not radar. This is what our forecast model shows. Around 5 a.m., pretty good coverage of rain. That's not severe, but it's going to impact your weather or your commute. You'll have to drive slower and be a little cautious on roadways, but it's not the end of the world. And again, this is great news for the drought across Southeast Texas. We may get a break coming up later Thursday, but more rain expected as we head on into Friday across Southeast Texas, to the tune of about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, most locations. There could be some higher amounts, but I don't think we'll see much more than about 2.5, maybe 3 inches in spots. Keep weather abreast of the weather, but again, no severe weather is expected. And again, this range or this window of when it's going to happen will be late Wednesday night into Thursday morning and Friday. So we could see 2 or 3 rounds of rain move through the area. We've done this before, and I don't think it's going to be severe or heavy, as I said. So Wednesday night, the day is going to be dry, but Wednesday night and 90% coverage, 70% coverage on Thursday, 60% on Friday. Then Saturday is kind of a tough forecast. Will we see this basically move out? Some modeling shows an 80% coverage of rain on Saturday. Other models show nothing. I chose to go the low end at this point. We'll have to play with those numbers a little bit because there's quite a bit of disagreement of modeling right now, what it's going to be on Saturday. So that's the big question I have in my mind. I think it's a pretty clear shot as far as the forecast coming up late Wednesday night, Thursday into Friday. Then dry weather is expected Sunday, Monday into Tuesday of next week. So again, modeling shows generally a ½ an inch to an inch on the low end and 1.5 to 2 inches. There could be some higher amounts depending upon where these these bands of showers line up. We expect low pressure to develop into the Gulf and favorable jet stream winds aloft to help produce this widespread rain that we're expected. This is wonderful news for the drought. Now, this is going to be updated on Thursday, but still anywhere between a level 1, 2, and 3 across our area as far as the drought. The worst of the drought up into northern Tyler and northwestern Jasper counties since last Thursday. We've had rain since then, and over into western Hardin and also Liberty counties. Since September 1st, I've continued to add these numbers. We're at 7.18 inches below normal since September the 1st. So this is improved because of the rains we had over the weekend with that latest front. And we do expect it to further improve as we head through the next few days because of the rains that we're anticipating across our area. As a consequence, even Allen Parish has dropped their burn ban today over there in southwest Louisiana. Still, Liberty County is keeping a burn ban in effect. No burn bans elsewhere across southeast Texas, and many counties over towards Bryan, College Station, and over towards Waller County have dropped their burn bans. So certainly things moving better as far as the drought. And again, we don't expect problems as far as wildfires across southeast Texas tomorrow because of the clouds and what we've seen as far as the rainfall, especially this weekend. So kind of a hard forecast tonight, but I think it's a fairly reasonable forecast of what we're going with. We've got low cloudiness. Let's see. Low cloudiness, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me go back. We've got low cloudiness off towards our north and east. So north of DeRidder, southwest of Oakdale, kind of hard to pick out north of Lafayette. These are high clouds. These white, bright clouds, those are high clouds. The low clouds, the blanket of low cloudiness is the other side of DeRidder and Oakdale and up that way. Some modeling tries to build these back in from the southwest, while other models tried to build low cloudiness in from the southwest over our area. So again, then other models show no real serious low cloudiness. So if that low cloudiness does develop, again, we're going to be colder than or warmer than what I think across our area. But boy, is it cold up in towards Mississippi, Tennessee, and also into Arkansas with temperatures in the 30s there. 40s across East Texas, and then they were able to get into the 50s and 60s out into Southwest Texas because they had some sun out there. And you can see the low cloudiness right there, just off towards our north and our east. So if these low clouds build back on in, which is possible because we have an inversion over us, in other words, cold air at the surface, warmer air as you go up into the atmosphere, warmer than normal across our area in the atmosphere, the inversion would help to drag that cloudiness back into the area. Right now you can see the East Texas Lakes area, so we do not have those clouds. They're off towards our east. But if these clouds build on in, then it's going to be warmer coming up tonight. So our next disturbance is all the way over towards the Great Basin in Northern California. That's the one that's going to bring us the rains as we head towards Wednesday night, Thursday into Friday. You see that southwest flow as this digs down. This is going to strengthen the subtropical jet and drag in more Pacific moisture across the Baja, Mexico, and into Texas and into our area. As that southwest flow evolves, we will see favorable jet stream dynamics. Well, what does that mean? Well, what it means is that we're going to be watching this area right here in the jet. This is a jet maxima. That's the strongest winds. So this area, East Texas, will be the lift region. In other words, that's the best area that will be for producing rain as we head towards early Friday morning, ahead of this disturbance into the Panhandle. And we'll put this into motion. That goes in. So that's, let's see, Wednesday night and a Thursday morning. And then as you can see into Friday morning and even into Saturday, depending on which model you look at, the region that we'll be watching is across East Texas and Louisiana for the best lift in the atmosphere. Remember, when you have lift in the atmosphere, the air wants to rise over your location. That helps produce clouds, and those clouds can produce rain, especially if you've got a disturbance like this coming on in. Then after that, we'll have a series of disturbances coming in from a northwest flow. So we see a pattern change as we work on into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and that northwest flow will bring us some pretty nice weather, we think, as we head towards Sunday, at least dry weather, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. So tonight, we'll put this into motion, and again, we're at, let's see, 5 a.m., and that's high cloudiness, so just above freezing in the lakes and in the upper 30s in the triangle. This is one model's idea of what could happen. Now, these are low clouds off towards our southwest. If these low clouds come in faster, it's going to be warmer than 35 in the lakes and warmer than 37 in the triangle, and that's what some modeling is showing. Otherwise, we expect maybe a few peaks of sun in the morning, and then most of the day will be spent in the 40s and 50s. So be sure that you take that jacket and that your kids are prepared. And as you can see, this particular model is showing some chilly weather conditions, certainly no 60s coming up tomorrow, and that's kind of what I think is going to happen. Should see highs in the 50s across southeast Texas. So on the Gulf tomorrow, looking at slightly choppy seas around 2 feet and a southeast wind at 10 to 15 knots. Look at that water temperature, 81 degrees. Pretty amazing. So tonight, I'm left with the hard decision of becoming cloudy, clear, or somewhere in between. If it's clear, it's going to be colder than 32 in the lakes, and you will have a freeze. I chose to go partly cloudy and clear, close to freezing. Okay, it may be warmer if we get that blanket, and we'll go colder in the triangle, but it could be warmer, as I said. And if it get down to 37 with light winds, there could be some patchy frost from roughly I-10 up through the lakes area with the northeast to east wind real light and possibly be becoming calm. So pipes will be fine. It's plants and pets across southeast Texas, especially the ones on the back porch that you drag in and out each time we go to freezing or have frost across our area. So take care of those. Tomorrow, if not cloudy, becoming mostly cloudy. No rain through 6 p.m. We expect high temperatures, lower and middle 50s. Lakes, upper 50s here in the triangle. Taking a look at your weather impact forecast. Again, Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday, we expect 1 to 2 inches. Couple rounds moving through the area. Severe weather is not expected as we go through the next 3 days. We do expect those weather impacts to come to an end on, say, Friday